Hey again, folks. Okay, now, so far, the first round, I was 4-4. The second round, I was 1-3. So I'm sitting at, 5-7. If I want to finish with a winning record in this playoffs, there's 15 series in the playoffs, I got to win out the last 3 somehow, so I got to call these right if I can. I went 9-6 last year, I believe, right? I started good, and then it gets tough. Sometimes some rounds get tough. Like, I didn't think I'd get so many wrong in the quarterfinals, but they just, it's hard to predict in this day and age. So I am going to go, let's go first with, we'll go out east, okay? Florida at Carolina. Carolina have the home ice. Florida have the momentum. I think Carolina has all the tools. I'm not even going to start naming them off. I don't think Svechnikov's coming back as far as I know, but they have a lot of tools. That's a stacked team over in Carolina. It's a good-looking bunch, and they're going to be hell to stop, Carolina. And this was, when was my pick? It was last year, right? I had picked Carolina to win the Cup last year, right? Then Florida, but I know I had picked Florida before the season to win the Cup, but by the playoffs last year, I had switched over to Carolina. That's what it was last year. Right, I remember now. Florida, you know, with the way Bobrovsky's playing, and for me, guys, he is the runaway favorite right now to win the Conn Smythe. The runaway. He's a runaway favorite right now. Like, nobody's talking about Bobrovsky because it's Florida. People are going to talk about Vegas and Eichel. They're going to talk about, they won't even talk much about Dallas. We're going to hear about Vegas because they're the big market team, right? So we're going to hear a lot of people thinking that that team is going to get maybe the Conn Smythe winner. And Eichel could get it, guys. Eichel could get it over there. But not just Eichel. You know what I mean? Not just Eichel. It's not a guarantee over there yet. That we got to wait and see. Just because they beat Edmonton doesn't, for me, they haven't slayed any giants. The truth is Vegas has done what they're supposed to do in this playoffs. They're supposed to be this far. Whereas Florida, it's a complete opposite thing what's going on. So with Florida going into this series, again as the underdog, with Tkachuk leading them, Bobrovsky nets, I think that alone, I'm going to go with Florida, again, to pull another upset. I like Florida. And I think Florida is going to, I think they're going to wrap up this series, guys, in 6 games. And the reason I say that is I think they're due to close a series at home. They've closed 2 series on the road, and I think this time they'll close it at home. So their fans can really celebrate, and that's kind of what I see happening. I'm going to go with Florida in 6 in the upset in that one. And heading over to the West, I'm going to say that Vegas look primed to break through and finally win their first Stanley Cup this year. They look ready right now. Eichel's going. This is a team that's rolling right now. It appears. And then I look at their goaltending, which is questionable. I know Hill is playing out of his mind, but it's a 2-game thing. He's the one that won the series. I know some Vegas fans think it's Eichel. No. Hill is who won the series for Vegas, without a doubt. They were totally dominated last game. And he just closed the door against Edmonton. They didn't have much of a chance. You just knew Edmonton wasn't going to score on this guy. If this goaltending continues in Vegas, they're going to win the Stanley Cup this year. If they get that goaltending. I don't think it's going to hold up. And I think they're running into the sleeper team that I believe in the NHL over in the West, kind of like Florida is in the East. And I think Ottinger is due to wake up, really wake up, and I think he showed that last night. Not that he was pressured all night, it wasn't that, but when he had to make the big save yesterday, he was making them. And the only thing I kind of seen in Ottinger's game yesterday was a bit of panic I found in the final minute. You know, I mean, after he let in the goal, when he stopped the play with 9 seconds left, that was a totally boneheaded decision on his part. He should have kept the play alive and killed off that 9 seconds. And he did the secure play. I found the fearful play and froze the puck. I thought that was dumb. But besides that, he played a solid game. I think Ottinger, there's a lot better goaltending to come from this guy. And they also have the horses to match Vegas with Seguin and Ben and Robertson. They have the horses and Hintz. The truth is, I think they have more horses than Vegas. I'm picking Dallas in this one. I'm going to pick Dallas also in 6. I think Dallas is also, both teams will wrap it up at home, I figure. I think Dallas will win this. I think Dallas will knock out Vegas again like they did in 2020 in the bubble to go to the finals that year like they knocked out, you might recall when they beat Vegas that year. And I just don't think, I don't think Vegas is going to get it done. I just don't. Not yet. No. If Vegas get through this series convincingly, they're probably going to win the cup. It depends, though, on Adin Hill. Adin Hill's he is the factor. It's not Jack Eichel, folks. It's Adin Hill. If Adin Hill gets it done, Sabres fans aren't going to be very happy. So that's my calls. I got Florida meeting up with Dallas in the finals. And I think, both of them are slight underdogs, right? I don't think this time of the year really matters. That doesn't matter much, really. I think home ice is working also against teams in the playoffs this year. And it might just come to fruition in the finals finally. Or in this series, it might. But it just seems like the road teams continue to prosper. And maybe it's a blessing that Dallas is starting in Vegas if you're cheering for Dallas. And yeah, as a Sabres fan, I know I want Bolt to lose. But I mean, you know, I figure Dallas is the lesser of the two evils. But if Vegas win, it's not going to be the end of the world, guys, if they win the Stanley Cup. I mean, come on, you know, they've done they've thrown all their draft picks away and everything to try and get this project done finally, right? So I think it's just that for Sabres fans, our pride will be an ego will be hurt because Jack Eichel's there and even Leonard. I mean, you know, and well, I'm sure Leonard will have something to say if they win the cup too. But we're not there, so we're halfway there, but we're not there. We'll see. We'll see what happens in this series, guys. So that's my picks. What are yours? Talk to you soon.